Hi all, welcome back to my lecture series on strategic management. And so far we discussed about business environment, and then we also know that two types of business environment, external environment and internal environment. In the earlier video, we discussed on micro environment factors, and today's discussion is more focused on macro environmental factors, economic, political, legal, technological, global, socio-cultural, demographic, natural, and ecological factors. All these will be discussed in today's video. Yeah. So the first point is economic factors. Economic factors is all about to knowing the economic environment of the country where company is operating. Okay, so the entry country can be a capitalist country or a socialist country or a mixed economy. I hope you know what exactly the capitalist economies are, where a lot of private players will be there. Socialist, where government controls. In mixed economy, most of the things are like necessities will be managed by government, and other things will be given managed by private company. So there are different kinds of economies in the world. Okay, and also in which state the current economy of the country is, like whether country is developed, developing, or underdeveloped, etc. Apart from these factors, other economic factors includes government fiscal and tax policies, general economic policies, general economic condition, whether developed, developing, or underdeveloped. Based on that, the companies are going to make their strategy, right? If it is a developed country, then the prices will be high and the quality luxuries will also be high there. So based on that, the policies will be made by the company. Then economic system, whether capitalist, social, or mixed, economic policies of the country, economic growth, whether countries are growing at 10%, 8%, 7%, whatever, right? Based on the growth indices, growth factors in that country, then you can enter into a business. Unemployment rate, how the manpower availability in country, how much is unemployment, whether we get a best labor at a affordable price or a reasonable price, etc., will be dependent on unemployment rate. Interest rates, exchange rates, currency exchange rates. Every company wants to do business where currency rates are stable, right? If a currency rates are not stable, then huge amount will be lost in a currency exchange, foreign exchange fluctuation and loss. That's why it is important to look a country where currency exchange rates are stable and tax structure in the country. These are all economic factors which will be studied by the company before making any decisions. Followed by political and legal. Political factors and legal factors are interrelated. You know, right? The politicians or legislatures are the one who are going to make laws in a country, and then that will be maintained by judiciary. And between that, executives are the one who are going to control it. Okay, legislatures, executives, and judiciary, three organs of our country. So these three organs should work for a public benefit. So this study of how the public affairs in the country is one of the important aspect. They should study this, and then stability of the government, legal environment in the country, how safe is that, how controlled is the countries and legal policies and legal acceptance by the people, right? There are certain countries where even laws are there, but people don't follow it, and it is very difficult to enforce law there. So that's why we should avoid those kind of countries. And then countries' tolerance towards international laws. This is not internal laws, it is international laws. Okay. Normally, laws will be made by legislatures of that country and it is bound by that country only. No other party will be able to enforce any laws to them. But with the global world is becoming borderless. The United Nations and other organs of the United Nations, there is an International Court of Justice, right? they have made certain international laws with respect to environment, with respect to intellectual property, and there are many global treaties which have been made in the past years. So, how much that country is respecting those international laws and global treaties? If countries are not respecting international laws, then it is very, very risky to do business there. And then laws related to restrictive trade practices. So whether there are some laws on restrictive trade practices, if there is no laws on restrictive trade practices, then again it is difficult to do business. Restrictive trade practices means allowing monopoly in certain area. You start some business and the supplier for that business is a monopoly, then he can charge whatever the price they want, right? So that kind of environment is there, or it is very competitive. Anyone can enter into a business. Those kinds of laws exist in the countries or not also should be studied. Here is a list of political factors and then also legal factors. Political factors includes political climate, political stability, government debt, budget deficit, payroll taxes, corporate and personal tax laws, important tariffs and quotas, export restrictions, restrictions on international financial inflows, legal factors all related to the law and the law mechanism in the country, whether law is in favor of a business investment or not. Then we have a wages law, environmental law, worker safety law, labor laws, copyright and patent laws, all and then anti-monopoly laws, municipal licenses. Whether all these laws are exist or not, if it is exist, how much it is going to impact to run the business. Sometimes the legal factors will become an hindrance to enter into any business. If a legal, there is a lot of restriction, then it is not easy for a businesses to continue the business activity. So law should favor business investments. So next one, technological factors. We all know now no business can sustain without technological advancement or a technology knowledge. We cannot sit with an old mechanism, old types of working. It is always necessary to go through the breakthroughs in technology, which can affect business, which can bring new business benefits, advantages in terms of producing the goods and other things, right? So it is necessary to know what is happening, what is changing, internet, biotechnology, 4G, 5G, the blockchain technology which is coming up, AI, ML, all these things we should be abreast with that. The management should know what is happening in those areas and then make related policy to align yourself to technological changes in the world. So how is infrastructures are growing? How is industrial productivity? What are the new manufacturing? How can we improve industrial productivity? What are the new manufacturing processes, new products and services which are introduced by competitor? Not only competitor, your supply chain partners. Okay, your supply chain partners includes your raw material suppliers or your transportation agents or your intermediaries. Whatever technologies they are using, you also should be aware of those things and you also should try to adopt those things or any other technologies which will impact or which could impact your company. And then cost of accessing electricity power, or you can go for renewable energy, etc. All these factors should be considered before making business strategy. Next one, socio-cultural, and other one is demographic. Again, related things. Demography is all about society, and culture is part of the society where we live. So demography consists of even the different sect of people living, male, female, religion wise, caste wise, age wise, life expectancy, and all other factors related to society. And socio-culture, how is the ethical norms of the company, sorry, in the society, value system, attitude towards work. So these all are cultural and demographic factors which also impact business. That's why it is very, very important to know socio-cultural and demographic factors. What are those factors? Birth rate and death rate, life expectancy, attitude towards work and organization, attitude towards government, attitude towards authority, ethical norms, value system, composition of work culture, attitudes of towards income, savings, and capital formation, social ethos towards work and organization. These all are socio-cultural and demographic factors. Moving on, global factors. We all know now it is a global business environment, borderless work. America is starting its operation in India. India is providing services to UK, America, Australia, everywhere. And China is manufacturing on behalf of other global countries and they supply material. Material passes through various countries. So it is now a borderless world, right? Anything happens in one country will impact multiple other countries. One war which is happening, that will impact multiple countries in their business life. And India also opened its global market through liberalization and globalization policies in 1991. So many foreign companies entered here. Significant economic investments we saw from 1991 onwards here. A lot of private sectors are playing major roles in even essential commodities like electricity, water supply, etc. So this is all about global things. So we should know before making any strategy what is happening, what might happen in the future in other countries. So that's why based on that, a decision can be taken. And next one is natural resources for any, especially for a manufacturing things. It is important to know where are the natural resources available and whether that what are the law or what are the constraints in extracting those mine mineral activities, right? So those things should be known. Otherwise, it is very difficult to start businesses. Followed by how we are going to utilize these natural resources, which is nothing but in a fair way, in a moral way, ethical way. That is very important from a ecological balance perspective, right? So there are natural resources, air, water, solar energy, all these things are there, plus a lot of mines and all these things. But we should not pollute the environment. We should not pollute the water, air, etc. We should not dispose or dump all chemical industrial wastes in a water. There should be some sustainable business practices which maintains our environment or ecological balances. So this is a social responsibility of any business to manage our nature. Okay, that's it, guys. This is all about macro environments, which is part of external environment analysis. So we saw 7 factors which we need to consider: economic, political and legal, technological, socio-cultural, demographic, global factors, natural factors, and ecological factors. And in the next video, we will discuss about internal environments. Thank you so much. And I request you to please subscribe my channel and also share it with your friends.